Hey you guys, welcome back to our channel Humpty Dumpty 2. So guys, many of you also asked us to make video on step-by-step process on how you can submit your CES application for ECA evaluation. So here I am creating that video. I've also created multiple videos on Canada PR, especially if you're looking for ECA. And I've created video on step-by-step process on IQS and WES. I'll leave the link to these videos in the description box. You can check them out. And if you're looking for a video on CES step-by-step process, then this is the video for you. Do watch it till the end. But before that, guys, do consider subscribing to our channel because we create a lot of videos on Canada PR. And if you are someone looking forward to Canada PR, then I'm sure this is the channel for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. So I will take you through the whole process, starting from how you need to create your login and submit your documents, create your profile, and finally submit your ECA application on CES website. So stay tuned. Let's go to my screen directly. Guys, first thing you need to do is go to Google and write apply for CES ECA. Then on the first link itself, just click and it will take me to Comparative Education Service, that is CES website. So here I will apply for my ECA. Since I am applying for my ECA for immigration purpose for Canada specifically, so I'll go here ECA for immigration purposes and click on apply now. Now on this screen it gives me few details like what will be the application fee. It will be $210 per person, that is per profile, and it can be used for immigration programs like Express Entry, FSW, FST, Canadian Experience Class, Caregiver Class, or PNP, and even for Agri-Food Immigration Pilot. So I'll click on apply now. Alright, so it takes me to the login screen. So ideally, because I am creating my ECA profile for the first time, so I will have to create my application. So I am a new user. So just for your reference, if you are coming to this website after creating your profile and submitting your application, then you can simply log in with your email address and password and have a look at your application. So here, since I'm a new user, I'll just enter my email ID and then retype my email ID and click on start application. So note down, you should give the email address which is absolutely correct and which you should be using regularly so that you are able to check it for quick updates or reference or whatever. So here I've entered the email ID. I'll click on start application now. Okay, so now they are saying that username and password for your account will be generated and emailed to your preferred email after the account has been successfully created. So now let's just enter all the personal information, mandatory information that it is asking. So let's get started. Salutation, given name, surname. So here I've entered my given name, surname, date of birth, and then gender, and email ID is automatically populated. And here you can give your phone number. And here enter your address. Okay, so here you have option to add another telephone, so you can add multiple phone numbers here and even multiple address. Then it is asking you mailing list preference, so I would prefer to do email. And then I'll click on continue checkout. Okay, so it has created my application, so you should be able to see your name on top, your email ID, and a number would be generated for you. And then we'll get started. I'll click on start button. So first thing is the privacy terms, and they're asking for your consent that you agree and you've read everything. So just have a quick read and then you can click on these checkbox, assuming that I've already read this. Then I'll click on this checkbox again. For which Canadian immigration program do you intend to use the ECA? So just mention the program that you're applying for. So I'll just select the federal IRCC immigration programs and then click on next page. Okay, so here are quick instructions again, and then it's asking you again to select the program. Since we are creating it for Express Entry, I'll click on this radio button. And then there are some service standards. Just have a quick read, and they've mentioned how you can do the payment either through Visa, Master, or American Express credit card, or debit cards are not accepted. So please note this. and all the fees will be in Canadian dollars. Okay, now we go to next page. All right, so here you need to fill in your details. So let's get started. Here it is asking me for name, surname, date of birth, and address again, and all of those details. So yeah, just quickly fill in all these details. Date of birth is done, address I've put here, and postal code, and then it'll ask you for your email. So this email is required for CES to communicate with you primarily. So this should be the primary email, and then you can put your phone number. Okay, and then if you read here, one piece of valid government issued identification excluding health cards showing date of birth is required to identify you as the rightful owner. So if your name has changed since completing your studies, you must upload a copy of proof of name change. So for example, a lot of people ask this question that I don't have my surname in one of the documents, or my surname has changed, or my name has changed after marriage. So you need to attach a proof of that document that your name has changed, showing both your original and current name. So you can attach that. All documents must be in English, French, or accompanied with official translations. Ideally, it should be in English or French. If there's any other language, then you need to attach the translated document as well. So this is a section where you need to attach the valid government issued ID. So I just explained you what all documents are required. So file name, just click on the choose button and attach the document and upload it. Similarly, for the translation, you just need to choose and then click on upload button. It is asking you if you have changed your name since completing your credentials. If yes, then you can click yes, and it will give you an option to attach the proof of name and translation. If it is in any other language other than English or French, you can attach that. If there's nothing like that, no name discrepancy, and you have same name, then no is fine, and you will not be shown this section again. So I don't have that in my case, so I'll just upload these two documents and then click on next page. Once you upload, it will show you the document that you have uploaded. So since I have just uploaded a sample document here, so it just populated the same for me, and then I'll click on next page. Okay, after clicking on next page, it takes me to section 4. Here I need to enter the details of the education that I hold, the degree I hold, and from which institution I did that degree, from which country, and all of that. So I'll quickly do that. So guys, one important thing to note here is even in my last videos that I created for ECA, for WES and IQS, I received a lot of questions on, for many people, the institution name or the academic institution name got changed since they did their degree. So if that is the case, then here you can write the current name of the institution if it is different. Okay, so this is the institution name that ideally should be written here, which is on your degrees or certificates. And if the name has changed, then you can enter the different name here. I hope this will answer your query because a lot of people have this question. Here you can enter the city and country from where you did your degree and that particular institution is held. Asking you to write the name of the certificate, diploma, degree program. So you can clearly mention the name of your degree. And then here you need to write the length of the program or the degree. So just mention the number because it is clearly written here numbers only in years or credit. So for me it was 4 years, so I've written 4. And if you see below here, it is asking you program length type, whether it is years or credit. So for me it was years, so I'll mention years. Then major specialization and dates that you attended your degree from starting till the end date. So here I have entered the major specialization was in computer science and the dates that I attended the program to and from. And then I hope you would have graduated. Then you can click on yes. Then you can enter the date awarded, when you were awarded your degree, and date issued. So mention the clear date. So guys, here it is asking you to upload your final award. So you can upload your degree here. If it is in any other language other than English or French, then you need to upload the translation. And for academic records, here you need to upload your transcripts or statement of marks that are generated for every semester per year. So upload those files here. This is mandatory, so you need to attach the documents. Make sure you attach the right documents because this is very important for your evaluation. So here I have uploaded a temporary document. See, once you upload, you can verify because the document will be listed here. And guys, if you have more than one credentials or you have a post graduation or any other degree, then you can add that by clicking on this radio button, and it will give you, another section to add your degree or certificate. And it clearly says that an additional $210 fee is required upon checkout if you select this option. So if you add one more credential, then they'll charge you $210 again. Okay, then total fee will be calculated in the end when you check out. Now, since I have only one credential, I'll go to next page. Okay, it takes me to the fifth section where it is asking for additional services. Now, if you request for additional copies of your education assessment report, that is ECA report, then there are charges as applicable. So for one, it's going to be $29 plus 13% tax. So likewise, you see if you need one. I am not selecting for any additional copy because I don't need it. Mostly people don't need it. If you really need it for a specific reason, then you can go ahead and select one of these options as required. And then delivery type, if it is going to be a pickup, if you go and pick it up from CES office, then it's going to be free. But if there is a courier service with Canada and continental USA, it's going to be $25 plus additional. And courier service international is going to be $90 plus 13% additional. So you can select whichever option is feasible to you. So for me, it is going to be in India, outside Canada and continental USA. So I'll click on courier service international. If you want to send a copy of your ECA report to any third party, then this section is for you. You can click on these boxes and it will give you details wherein you can put the details of the third party, and there will be additional cost included for that for every third party that you add. So if you're interested, you can do that. I am not interested in that, so I'll directly go to next page. Now it takes me to the final screen where it gives details of delivery of official academic records. So here there's an agreement. So go through this document. So now here they are saying that I will arrange to have official academic records sent directly to CES address given below in an institution sealed envelope unless otherwise specified under RDCE. This is a mandatory requirement for each credential you wish to have assessed. It is applicant's responsibility to make this arrangement. So basically you need to send your document to CES for them to do your ECA evaluation. So do that, and this is the address where you need to send it, and read it carefully and then click on this button and then go to submit application. So guys, after you click on submit application, it will take you to the payment page wherein you need to do the payment. So you see I added only 1 degree for myself, so $210 are here, and then additional courier fee is included, so it totals to $311.7. And if I click on checkout, it will take me to the payment page where I need to do the payment. And remember, in the beginning of the video we saw that only credit cards are accepted. No payment will be allowed with a debit card. Use your credit card and do the payment. Once you do the payment, your application will be submitted to CES, and after that you will need to send all your documents to the CES address. We saw it in the previous screen, and also a unique number will be generated for your application. So note down that number. That number is going to be very important. It is unique to your application, and you can trace or track your application using that number or the login credentials that you have already generated for this profile of yours. So guys, this process is pretty simple, straightforward, step by step. You just need to add all your document details, all your information here, do the payment, and your application will be submitted. Make sure whenever you're creating your profile on CES website, you have all your documents handy with you, like your degree, transcripts, wherein you can get the correct name, the date, start date, end date, all of those details, and also the credit card. And if you have any name discrepancy or name changed after wedding, or in any case your name is different on different documents, then there's a provision to attach the proof as well, because a lot of questions are asked to us. We have a different name in passport and then ECA documents, then what should we do? So it's always there. You can attach the proof of your name change. It's an affidavit that you need to attach. And yeah, that's about it. So guys, this was the video about CES step-by-step process where I shared every detail for you, which will be helpful for you while you will be submitting your own application. But if you still have questions for us, then do leave it in the comment box and we love to come back to you. And also we are very much active on Instagram, so you can send your queries on Instagram as well and follow us to know more about our personal life. And if you think the video was helpful, then do give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, you guys take care. Goodbye.